Maladash, Malinore. Good morning, friends, and welcome back to the Valley of Strength. This is Vixu, level 50 Holy Priest, Blood Elf race, and we are going to continue our leveling journey using the Dungeon Finder. At the moment, the Dungeon Finder is offering random Battle for Azeroth dungeons, giving us 93 gold as a reward, or alternatively, the time walking dungeons. So I think I'd like to continue with the time walking to see if we can get a new Wrath of the Lich King dungeon. For some reason, it's not very creative. It seems to give the same dungeons over and over again. So I'm hoping to get a couple that we haven't explored yet. So while we're waiting for queuing in the queue, I'm going to pause the video and hope you'll rejoin me in a moment. Okay, this is exciting. We have a dungeon that we haven't run before, which is great, the Forge of Souls. And it looks like the group has already started. So the healer must have left. Can't quite remember every mechanic in this, so we'll see. Where are they? Over there. They're going to summon me. Don't know if you can summon, maybe you can. We'll see. They're going to try and summon me. Okay, so let's see how this tank goes. Sometimes if a healer has left a group, it's a sign that they were either underperforming or getting frustrated that the tank or one of the team members was underperforming, or the group just kicked them out for some kind of behaviour, obnoxious or otherwise. Back in the day, this was considered a bit of a challenge, this dungeon, if I remember. At least initially. I think one of the biggest challenges for all healers is things like that, where you've got everyone taking way too much damage in a fight, and how to heal everyone really quickly. Some healers are healing classes are better than others. This is a boss fight, I think. Can't quite remember. Got to keep the prayer of mending on everyone. There definitely is a mechanic here. Yikes, gotta heal up real quick. Oh, I forgot about that. I'm supposed to run into the center. Calculator, the monk tank. this has been a while, this dungeon, for sure. I think I was supposed to run into the centre there. It's a bit embarrassing, forgetting all the mechanics. I now have to really think hard, like what are the boss mechanics here in this fight? The final one, there's definitely a bunch of mechanics to deal with. I'm gonna spam flash heal on this tank, taking a lot of damage. Okay, so we're going to fight another one of those guys in a second. Ah, I see. It's the reduced healing debuff, so that's why it's hard to heal him. Gosh, really hard to heal through that fight. Okay, final boss coming up. Gonna get a little bit of mana in real quick. Okay, and we are on our way. So Mirrored Soul. Can't quite remember what Mirrored Soul is. I know there's a phase where you've just got to literally dodge this beam of, I don't know what it is, some kind of beam. Why is he taking, oh, he's standing in that. Standing in the purple. Don't stand in the purple. Oh. That was very quick. And I'm level 51. That's nice. Got a frozen orb. And complete that quest. Alright. Another dungeon unlocked in Shadowlands, except I don't have high enough gear level for that yet. Alright, let's pop out of the dungeon, maybe try another. Okay, welcome back again. We're now entering another Wrath dungeon. This is the Halls of Lightning, which I have done once before. I quite like this dungeon, although healing it at the end can be a bit of a headache. We will see how we go though. We've got a Demon Hunter tank, and as usual a Shaman, a Death Knight and a Warlock in the group. So let's see how these players fare in this dungeon. I find that a lot of players haven't run these dungeons before, these older expansion dungeons, and they're always a bit uncertain about mechanics and how to play the boss fights, but we learn. It's part of the fun of the game. For these trash, there's nothing particularly you have to know. I guess this Shaman here already is taking a lot of damage, so he may want to think about not tanking. Players often who don't heal don't think about the healer particularly, they just assume that the healer will heal them no matter what, and can get really cranky if they die, blaming the healer. But sometimes you just can't heal through the player's sort of naivety, as we say. if that's me being charitable. So I'm going to throw a Guardian Spirit onto the tank, taking a lot of damage for some reason. I think there's lots of debuffs in these fights here that increase the damage you take. Try and loot as I go, get a bit of money. Got to keep up with those demon hunters, they notoriously fast through the dungeon. Spam heal. And the boss is that gentleman up there walking around with his ads. His lieutenants, I'm not sure what they are. Gonna try and keep Prayer of Mending alive on every cooldown. Spamming heal. For some reason I was drawing way too much threat there. Sometimes it's just something the healer does, he just draws lots of threat. Okay, the boss is coming down this way. Hopefully we'll wait down here for him. I don't think we should go up the ramp and pull him. That could lead to an overpull. Okay, I'm not sure who pulled the boss there. I think it could have been the shaman. I've got some static lightning on me, so when you've got that, basically stand still. As the more you move, the more damage you take. Which can be frustrating for players who want to run around, but just don't do it. There's the boss doing his swirly move. Now he's on me. Randomly jumping to a player and swiping at them, basically. What did I get there? Some level 88 gloves. Is that an upgrade or not? Oh, it's a little bit of an upgrade. That's nice. So the idea here is just run through the Iron Crucible and wait till you get to the other side until you start fighting those guys. You take tons of debuffs here which increase the damage, these fire debuffs, and movement speed decreases as well. Very annoying. They wear off. I didn't think to check if I got any new spells earlier. I don't think I did. I might use my Divine Hymn at the last boss fight to try and keep everyone alive. Everyone takes a lot of damage in that fight. These guys are not going to come over for some reason. Okay, making our way to Volcan, next boss, next cab off the rank. blistering steam rages. Maybe not. I'm going to stand back here. It's kind of hard to see what's happening in the fight. Try and get a good angle for you. Now, he goes to his anvil, but what does he do? I can't remember what that does. Maybe it's just a debuff. Shatter his brittle golems. Oh. Well, this feels like, oh wow, I've got another pair of gloves. This is a heroic dungeon. That's interesting. 88. Don't know if that's an upgrade. Okay, so the warlock taking a lot of damage. Wow, now the tank. Now me. A little bit annoyed getting 2 sets of gloves from the boss fights. Hoping for something else maybe. Bit of variety. What I really need is a cloak. My cloak is still quite low level. Warlock taking tons of damage for some reason. I think I'm slowly getting the hang of the apotheosis spell. It's just designed to reset cooldown so you can use these spells faster, but oh, high threat. You've got to be able to time it as well if you're using it not in a boss fight. This boss fears, not boss, sorry, these trash mobs fear, so you need to be just mindful not to stand where you can get feared into another pack of mobs. Deus or Deus. The shaman. Okay, we're coming up to to Iona, the lightning boss, static boss. These stairs are a little bit annoying. They actually create a loss of a line of sight if you're standing at the bottom of the stairs, and the tanks at the top can't actually heal. You've got to get up onto the top of the stairs as well. So I need to use my mass dispel in this fight. So I need to stand very close to the tank and the group in general, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I think I might be incorrect about that assumption. It's been a while since I did the heroic version of this dungeon. Maybe I'm wrong. Nope, I'm wrong. Maybe I'm thinking of another boss. where they kind of freeze you to the ground. Okay, how are we doing with this boss? A third more health to go. Prayer of Mending doing a fine job. Flash heal. Do we get one more lightning phase? Not sure. Nope. Okay. Tank seems to know not to go too deep into that room, which is really good. That's where things go terribly wrong very quickly. I think in the last fight, or the last time we were here, the patrol got pulled and created havoc. Just keeping Renew on the players, Prayer of Mending, Dispelling. I'm not sure what that spell is that I'm actually dispelling. Sometimes I don't bother reading the description. What does it say? Cast and attack speed reduced. So that debuff slows the tank down, but it's not a terrible debuff really. Now, how far are we going to go? Okay, risky move in my opinion. Tank's going to go all out here. And I'm stunned for 3 seconds. And now I'm dead. Hopefully they'll get through this fight and res me up. So we got through that okay, despite me dying. These fights are definitely harder than people think if you're standing in the wrong place. Taking tons of damage. Wow, look at the damage he's taking. It's big time. Very hard to heal through. A lot of this damage is avoidable if the DPS know the mechanics of the fights. They can avoid that damage. So they put a lot of stress on the healer by not knowing the mechanics, taking tons of needless damage as well. I'm going to stand just back here. I'm going to watch out for those patrolling guys. What is that? That's just the reduced cast speed. Okay, we've got a patrol coming in. And that warlock is standing a bit too close. Not too bad though, we got through that. this is a channeled spell which I'm going to use during the next boss fight, but I'm not sure if it actually is going to work because if I take any damage, it stops channeling. We will see. We will see. Nope, gotta go around for this fight. I can't go over that wall. It's really annoying. Unless maybe you're a demon hunter, you can jump really high. A lot of damage there. Wow, global damage there to the group. Okay, coming up to the final boss, Loken, and let's see how we go with Loken. He's going to cast his global damage spell. Here it is. No. And the shaman has died. He's probably annoyed, but you know, he seems to be taking a lot of damage the entire time. Like he wasn't positioned very well for the fights, maybe. Oh, that was surprisingly easy. We didn't even get to the phase where he does global damage. I wonder if there's any. We've got some leggings. That's good. What level? 88 leggings. And I've got 87. Like a tiny little upgrade. Very nice. Where are they? Great. Alright, I'd like to thank you for joining me on this dungeoneering adventure. Please feel free to like and subscribe. And I hope you join me again soon. Bye for now.